Why do you support Donald Trump?
Well, I was just like, there's a lot of reasons, but I would like to talk about one thing. So you said like you want healthcare to be more affordable for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that that could make the demand go up, and then like because of that, like they can't support everybody for it?
Well, universal healthcare systems around the world actually have better conditions for health for their citizens, and they spend half as much as we do per individual.
Yeah, but don't you think like I don't know? I just feel like if we make it like to where like anybody can afford healthcare, right? Wouldn't that like make everybody so many more people go in because like I feel like
I have a
in
question.
America,
If you
huh?
have an insurance program and more people are are a part of your insurance program, will that be better for the company?
Wait, say it again. You lag.
Yeah, if a company specifically has more people that are a part of their insurance pool, will that be better for their company?
Yeah, but
Okay.
what if they don't have
So
enough
so then
people
so
to
then if we
supply the
if
needs?
everyone is able to get health insurance in the country and our pool is everyone in the country, then our pool is bigger, therefore it will be more efficient.
Yeah, but wouldn't that cause less money for the hospitals to like pay
No.
their? You
No,
don't
it
think?
actually no, it will allow us to provide more because then they're not divvying out profits. It's if it's not for profit, then they are doing it for less. Because if it's for profit, they have the cost of production plus profit on top. Under the context of the system we're talking about right now, it's just cost of production. There's no profit
No,
on
I
top.
guess you're right. I was just kind of thinking about that. Like, I mean, I wasn't really like. I was just thinking like, well, if they made healthcare more affordable, then that would make more people want to go to the hospitals, and then they wouldn't have enough people to supply it. But I feel like that would make a shortage because I did look it up, and they said it could make a shortage. On God, I looked that up, bro. Like a long time ago. Like I don't have it pulled up, but like I'm pretty sure it. Like it's not like oh definitely gonna make a shortage, but it definitely could like in the short term make a shortage for a bit. Like there's not enough workers to supply. Like it would just be like everybody backed up, right? Like it would be like the same thing as like what you say with like rent control, because like if they make it where rent's less, I mean rent's more affordable, then there would be make less houses, like to be
Depends
able
on the
to
level
buy.
of price gouging involved, right? If we're talking about an inelastic industry, right, specifically like in the context here with like healthcare and health insurance, that's going to involve price gouging, and it's going to involve the demand curve specifically leading to there being higher prices than what would it especially essentially create more supply. So it's not that it really creates more supply. You can actually look at countries around the world that again have more doctors per capita than we do here in the United States, and yet they have universal healthcare systems. Again, there's no difference in how many doctors there are going to be because again, we can create the same system that we have right now and just save money by getting rid of the profits. That's it.
But you said the other countries they have more doctors, right? So like I don't know, like I feel like in the short term, like maybe in the long term it would be beneficial, but like for the short term, wouldn't it like for a bit of period it'd be bad, right? Or no?
No, no, because we can incentivize more doctors to be able to be in those positions. And why would it be worse? It would actually provide care for more people, if anything.
I guess I see what you're saying, low key, bro. Like I was just thinking about it. Like I wasn't like
Can't hear you currently.
lead to shortage, but like they also said it potentially couldn't. So like it was just like
You know what
it just
also lead to shortages in hospitals? The pharmaceutical
well,
tariffs. The
yeah.
100% pharmaceutical tariffs. That's going to lead to shortages in hospitals. That's going to harm health in
Yeah, I
hospitals.
didn't even know that was going on. To be honest, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like
You should.
I don't be like in tune with it, but like the so like if they were doing rent control, right? Like like how California and stuff like that they do rent control. You think that leads to more homelessness because of that or not?
Do I think that that leads to more homelessness? Specifically, what?
Yeah,
Sorry.
the
Sorry, you cut
internet
out
sucks.
again.
Hold up. Yeah, that's on me. That's on me.
What?
I am
What
I in
again?
my background. So like like how like California and New York, places like that, they make rent control. You think that leads to more homelessness? Like if we did like a world or not a worldwide, but like America wide like rent control, wouldn't that just lead to more homelessness? Like it wouldn't like help
I think it depends on the
in a sense.
condition in which it's applied. Some can lead to more. Some like literally creates better conditions for people to be able to stay in areas in which otherwise they would lead to homelessness. So it depends on the context in which it's applied.
Like California has rent control and like that does lead to more homelessness. Don't you agree? Like
It's prevented people in some contexts from going from being homeless. So if anything, I don't know if you would say it would increase homelessness. It depends on the context in which it's applied. There's not one specific rent control policy across all of California.
so you cut out. I'm sorry. Say it again.
There's not
My
one
bad.
specific rent control policy across all of California. So like it depends on the context in which it's applied. In some
Yeah.
connotations, it reduces homelessness. In other connotations, it could lead to an increase, depending on how it's applied. Again, that's how regulations work.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. It needs to be regulated. But like you I don't know. Like I don't know. I was just wondering because like I mean I was just in class like I'm in economics right now, but like I'm
And what does your
trying
professor say about Trump's policy? Is he saying it's good?
like full into it. Like you're like a 4 year old. 4 year. I mean you already
Are
graduated.
your
So like
professors saying that they're good?
what? Say it again.
Are your
What? What's good?
are your professors saying that the policy is good? Are economists across
What
the
policy?
board saying that the policy is good for Trump?
Like what policy? Like the tariffs?
Yeah, for example, like the tariffs.
Oh no, 100%. The tariffs are bad. Like I agree. I agree the tariffs are bad.
Okay, so
I'm
what
not saying
economic
like
policy of Trump's do you like?
I don't I kind of agree with the immigration
Okay,
policy
what
in
about
my
immigration
opinion.
policy?
I in a sense like I think there needs to be more border control because or like just immigrants in general like yeah, they do help the economy, but also at the same time what is it called? If there's like what when Biden was in office, like I mean, there was a lot of illegal immigrants coming in. So like
How is it
at some
bad for
point,
the system for more people to come? Obviously, we want to invest in the processes to make it so that people can go through the legal system quicker. So that
no,
would
but I'm
incentivize
saying
more
like
people to go through the legal system rather than coming to the country undocumented.
yeah, but if if there's so many,
You cut out. Can't hear
we
you.
can't like keep up with it. Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
I said like when Biden was in office, there was a lot more illegal immigrants coming in. There were so many that they couldn't keep up with it. Like yeah, they do create more jobs that people wouldn't want to do, but in a sense, it would actually raise the prices if there's so many. Don't you
So
agree? Like, wouldn't it raise the
it's
prices?
because there was a backlog of people, and no, it doesn't raise the prices. If no, that I think that would be ridiculous to say it raises prices because it's going to increase demand and supply, so it's going to keep the same equilibrium, right?
That's if they all get jobs, but like a lot of them come in with like a lot of kids and stuff. Like, so like it increases a
Um,
lot of the demand.
Immigrants have a higher labor force participation rate than natural-born U.S. citizens.
Yeah, but like the demand would still be higher than the supply, don't you think?
What makes you believe that?
Because they come in with a lot more. Like they come in with like big households, so it raises.
Wouldn't that, if that's given that's true, that doesn't like reduce the content of what I'm saying. Again,
No,
immigrants
I'm
have a
saying
higher
like the
labor force
demand is
participate.
probably going to be higher than the supply, though.
Immigrants have a
So
higher labor force participation rate than natural-born U.S. citizens. So
yeah, but I'm saying like, huh?
I
Like they
don't see
come
what
in with
your
more
argument is.
kids. They come in with like bigger families, right? Like I mean, like legal immigrants, they come in with three kids. So like
That's
that would
definitely not the connotation. What's the source for that? Because if they're coming undocumented, they likely wouldn't be able to come with their whole family at once.
illegal immigrants come in because they want a better life for their kids. Like yeah, they want a better life for themselves, but usually
Yes,
they come in with
That's not the connotation always. So there's going to be situations where they bring their family. There are going to be situations where they don't bring their family. So I don't know the proportionalities on that. If you'd like to provide a source for that, go for it. But in that connotation, that would be just worse for them because it is the case that our legal processes have forced them into conditions where they feel like they need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but at the same time, I don't know.
You cut
Illegal
out again.
immigration is good. Do you think illegal immigration is good?
I would like to provide a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants who have not committed a violent crime or bad crime.
No, 100%, 100%. I agree with that.
Okay.
My only thing with Biden is I'll tell you why I voted for Trump. I voted for Trump because at the same time you were making all these why do you support Trump when like all that campaign was going in. You were still supporting Biden when Biden was he was too old. You know he was sick at that time. You know he
Well, I'm
was.
sorry, Trump is right now, and you still support him. So I prefer him over Trump. Yeah, I would prefer him on his deathbed over Trump.
That's crazy, bro. That's
I'm not
crazy.
trolling. Well, Trump was held civilly liable if he incited a violent insurrection at the Capitol, called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, is violating people's free speech rights, the First Amendment rights, violating people's due process rights. Right, he's
Okay,
violating people's
you
Second
say
Amendment
freedom of
rights. We can
speech
point to
rights.
plenty of examples.
Freedom of
Trump
speech
himself has
rights,
people a
though.
part of his own movement, like Mike Johnson, that said that he's unhinged and unwell. Did you know that? Did you know Mike Johnson just said that recently? MAGA Mike just said that.
My freaking bro, I don't even know what's with this freaking TikTok. Like I always be lagging when I be on these things, bro.
Well, did
But
you hear me?
no, so you said freedom of right speech, right?
I said
So
Mike Johnson specifically said that Trump is unwell and unhinged.
oh, he might be unwell, but not as bad as Biden was. Come on now. Eh,
I think he's.
We don't even.
I think there's an argument to say that he's. I think there's an
Biden was
argument to say
like
that he's
falling off
worse.
bikes and stuff.
Yeah, at least he was one riding a bike. Two, Trump fell on the stairs. And then also, you want to hear multiple clips of Donald Trump saying absolutely abhorrently insane shit. How about this? Watch this. Listen to this.
I had a crowd so big, I said, there's no way I could lose California, but automatically they mark it down if you're a Republican as a loss, that you lose by 5 million votes. I said, 5 million votes? I guarantee if Jesus came down and was the vote counter, I would win California, okay? In other words, if we had an honest vote counter, a really honest vote counter, I'd do great with the Hispanics, great. I mean, at a level that no Republican's ever done.
That's insane. That's actually categorically crazy.
Like
he
he
said
be
that.
trolling though.
That's
he
not
just
him
be
trolling. He was being serious. He was being
No,
serious.
he's not. He just be yapping, bro. Oh God, he just be yapping, bro.
I'm sorry. Do you hear him? Look, listen to this. Listen to this. This is him
Right.
again.
But you have a better chance of being struck by lightning than hitting a whale with your boat. There has only been, listen to this, one such whale off the coast of South Carolina in the last 50 years. But on the other hand, their windmills are causing whales to numbers never seen before. Nobody does anything about that. They're washing up ashore. I saw it this weekend. 3 of them came up. You wouldn't see it once a year. Now they're coming up on a weekly basis.
Did you hear that? That's crazy.
Something like that.
Do you think that windmills are causing whales numbers never seen before?
I say not numbers never seen before, but I think it probably is killing them a little bit.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
Like-
there's no.
So I think one
scientific
area of
evidence
mutual agreement and priority is vegetation management. But I think we want to work with you to really recognize the changing climate and what it means to our forests and actually work together with that science. That science is going to be key because if we ignore that science and sort of put our head in the sand and think it's all about vegetation management, we're not going to succeed together protecting Californians.
Okay. It'll start getting cooler.
I
You
wish
just watch.
First
I
off,
wish science agreed with you.
Hey, well, I don't think science knows, actually.
So just like you,
All right, I don't
he
even
denies
care.
science.
I don't even care.
Can you tell me the process in which windmills, one, could
But-
cause whales to...
No, I don't. I'm not in that type of field, so like I couldn't
Okay.
really tell you.
So
but
then-
I have
then,
heard.
So then
that,
we'll move
so
on
I
to the
don't
next
know.
point. So how do you feel about the fact that Trump said the climate's going to start cooling and that science just doesn't know it yet?
I don't know. I'm not very familiar with climate change either. Like I know
So
climate
there's a
change.
consensus amongst climate scientists indicating that not only the climate is increasing in temperature, but it's also caused by humans. And Trump said it's going to start getting cooler, and that science just doesn't know it. So he's actively denying science here. Do you think that's coherent?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like Trump just like I feel like Trump's always been like where he just says stuff, but I don't
I'm
think he
sorry.
should just
Yeah,
say
that's
stuff
like
as a
not
president.
coherent. That shows that he's unwell, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about that. Like, I think I don't really
You
think
don't
he's
care about
being.
that?
Can we get back to like, bro? I don't really care what Trump like, because there's so many things that Biden said or Kamala said. They're all
Kamala.
like, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry. There are no clips you could provide me that are like that of any Democrat that was running for office. No Democrat running for office ever did shit like that. Not even Joe Biden could you find clips of saying such unhinged shit like that. Like Joe Biden misspoke, right? Or like misremembered something, or like forgot something, right? But he didn't like say incoherent gibberish like this. He didn't believe that shit.
Uh, I'll ask one more thing also. Like, there's two more.
You cut out.
Agree with it or not? Did I cut out? Because you kind of like glitched. So I didn't know.
Yeah,
Did you hear what I said?
You cut out again.
My bad. I'm sorry. So I got a question. Do you think? So when you say Trump is what is it called? He's
Smart people don't like me.
Yo, this dude Parker, you funny, bro. You're funny, bro. You're a funny guy, bro. But
Smart people don't like me.
okay, bro. Like you're doing too much now, dude. Like, come on, bro. Like you know what I mean? But so basically, what I'm trying get away
Smart
people's
people
freedom of
don't
speech,
like me.
right? Do you think do you think you're allowed to say
Smart people
stuff
don't like.
that's like okay?
That was an accident. That last one was an accident. I actually didn't even mean to do that.
Nah, you're good,
Go
bro.
ahead.
You're good. I'm not tripping, bro. So when he the Jimmy Kimmel show when he made that joke, do you think at a certain point like freedom of speech is like you shouldn't say some things like even if like you're allowed to say everything. You think at some point,
So there are some things you shouldn't say, but that doesn't mean it should be illegal for you to say them, right? You know,
but
so there's a
do you think he
distinction.
really shut down the show? Or do you
I don't
think he
believe
was,
like for example, I don't think my political I don't think people who disagree with me politically should be jailed. That's not what I'm arguing for. I'm not saying Republicans across the board should be jailed. That's not what I'm arguing for, okay?
when did he say that? When did he say are you talking about when he said he was gonna jail people for the flag or whatever?
He wants to put
Burning the
people in
flag?
prison for a year for burning the American flag.
I did think you weren't allowed to burn the American flag.
No,
I thought
that's
that
not
was
protected.
already
It's
illegal.
protected by the First Amendment, according to the Supreme Court. There was already a ruling on that. So yes, you were legally allowed to do that before, and Trump is the one that wanted to make it illegal, and he passed an executive order trying to do that.
I think honestly, like in my opinion, I don't think you should be allowed to burn the flag. But like, I mean, that's just my opinion. Like, I
So
mean,
you
I
think it
feel
should
like
be
there has
illegal? That's against the First Amendment. So you're violating the Constitution when saying that. You're saying that the First Amendment rights of
100%.
people. You think the First Amendment rights of people in this country should be suppressed?
No, I don't think in that sense. But like, I feel like you're kind of disrespecting anybody that's ever went to
You
war.
could, I'm sorry, you can do disrespectful things, and it shouldn't be illegal. Do you think disrespectful things should be illegal?
Huh?
Do you think disrespectful things should be illegal?
I mean, in a sense, I feel like if somebody's for you, I feel like you should have some respect for them. I mean, yeah, I don't think
I'm sorry.
should,
You can
I think burning
no
the
no no.
flag
You
should be
can
illegal.
you can say that someone should have respect, right? But it is the case that that doesn't mean it should be legally enforced, bro.
I mean, I guess. I personally, I think, and I don't think you should. Anybody should burn the flag. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people that
Okay,
for the
but
country.
should it
So,
be
like,
illegal? Should it be illegal?
personally, I think burning the flag should be just as illegal as ripping a dollar bill.
What? I'm sorry. It's not illegal to rip a dollar bill.
I thought you're not allowed uh, to like disown money, like
Do you think
rip
I
it
would?
and stuff.
Do you think I would be jailed if I ripped a dollar on stream? Do you think that would be enforced?
I mean, I thought that was always illegal. That's why I've always been told. Maybe my mom was just saying that when I was younger, so I didn't. That's what my mom always said. I don't know. I just always thought that. Dude, that doesn't mean I'm dumb just because I thought one thing. But
Smart people don't like me.
I mean, I don't really care. Like, I mean, I feel like I get good grades, but like, I feel like I could be able to talk better. I need to expand my vocabulary. But can we get back on the Jimmy Kimmel thing? Like, I don't care about yeah, I guess it was all like a part of it, but I'm saying, so the Jimmy Kimmel thing, do you think it was Trump that really got him off, or do you think it was, because when you're in a company, you can't say certain things that could hurt their brand image, don't you think? Like, that's Disney. Disney owns Jimmy Kimmel in a sense, like in the business world. Like, you know what I mean?
It was the FCC that specifically went after them and said that they would take away their license. If
Bro,
they
for anybody
specifically
saying I'm not
do that.
18,
Also,
I'm in
Trump
college
has literally
soccer, bro.
Trump has
That's
literally
literally
said
my
that
picture, bro.
Trump said that people has talked about taking
I'm
away
on a soccer
people's.
team. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Trump has talked about
They're
taking
saying
away.
I'm not 18.
Trump has talked about taking away people's licenses and specifically saying that media organizations are illegal, right? And then his FCC chairman literally said that they would punish them if they did not take him down, and he issued an apology. Like, so you understand that, like, that's that they were appointed by Trump and that they're a part of the Trump administration and that's actively going after free speech.
They can say that Trump did that to Jimmy Kimmel, but at the end of the day, Disney made the decision. Trump can push something. It's the same thing as Biden administration taking off certain things on X, on Twitter. Remember when that was going? That's
they
freedom.
didn't do that. They didn't say that they would take away the license for Twitter to operate if it was the case that they didn't listen to them. They just said you should take down vaccine misinformation because it people. It wasn't enforced. There was no punishment if they didn't. It was literally just said.
So that Mandalorian. So the Mandalorian actor, she said that she wasn't gonna take the vaccine. That's bad. Like, she got kicked off Disney for that.
Okay, that's
like,
a private
isn't that her
company.
freedom of speech, though?
That's not.
But isn't Jimmy Kimmel's a private
That's not
company?
freedom of speech. But this is a private company choosing to do that themselves. That was not the federal government enforcing something occur. Do you know the distinction? Do you know what free speech even is?
Disney
Free
could've
speech is the
said-
government. But listen, if I kicked you off my stream right now, would that be against your free speech rights?
No.
Okay, because it's a private business. It's my private live stream. Okay? Same thing specifically when it comes to all those other businesses. Now, if the government forced me to kick you off of my live stream, that would be against your free speech rights.
They didn't force them. They said, take them off the show. If they said that, that's not forcing
they
them.
said they would punish ABC. Specifically, the FCC said that they would punish the ABC if they did not.
ABC's only saying that because his numbers were down. He was already a liability. They're just like, who cares? But then once they saw they got
wouldn't
backlash,
just
then
lie
they went
about that
like,
for no reason. Now, if they did, we can hold them accountable. But like, that's ridiculous. That's obviously not the case. It was obviously because of the threats. You got to be serious. You got to be real.
I'm not gonna lie. I think once I get more into economics, like, I'm gonna learn, like, yeah, maybe Trump isn't the best president, because like I was thinking that illegal immigration, too much of it would make the demand go up, but not the supply in a way.
No,
but I guess
supply
it would
will
make
go up
both
as well.
go
And
up.
also, if
I guess it would make both.
think
but
about
like,
it
I
this
was
way
just
as well.
saying, like,
I got you. Think about it this way. If undocumented immigration is bad for the economy and documented immigration is good for the economy, then providing a pathway to citizenship where people do not have to leave the country for people who are undocumented would benefit the economy.
yeah, and it comes to a sense of like, not think
You've
I
cut
don't
out again.
support rent control. I do think, like, out of everything I said, I do agree. I think you're wrong on the rent control, because California does. I'm pretty sure California does do that. They do rent control, and I think it does more harm than good. Same thing, I think, with what would be with the Medicare. I think it would do more harm than good, in my opinion.
Okay, well, when it comes to rent control, in some circumstances, it does cause more harm than good. In some circumstances, it causes more good than harm. So there are conditions in which it's both ways when it comes to regulations. You have to specifically would tell me like which ones in which areas. In some places, it keeps rent down for people to reduce the likelihood of homelessness because of price gouging involved. And in other situations, right, it specifically could lead to a reduction in investment and building of areas for people to live, which could obviously harm the level of houses that exist for people to get access to.